I saved up for my stepdaughter's prom dress, but she told me not to come because I'd embarrass her, and my fiancé sided with her. So I stayed home, cut ties completely, and ended things with her mom. Hello, Reddit. I'm here, eyes red from everything. I never imagined I'd get attached to a kid that wasn't biologically mine. But when I met Tanya, my ex-fiancée, she had a 15-year-old daughter, Leia. From day one, I tried, really tried. We'd been dating nearly 2 years. Leia was quiet, a little distant at first, but I understood. Teenagers aren't exactly welcoming when a new adult enters their life, especially their mom's boyfriend. Over time, though, I got involved. I drove her to school, helped with homework, cooked dinner, and paid for things her biological dad never did. He wasn't around much. Tanya constantly complained about him, how unreliable, selfish, and emotionally absent he was. So I stepped in wherever I could. By junior year, Leia had started opening up a little. We weren't best friends, but there were small moments. She'd laugh at my corny dad jokes, ask for help with math, even sit on the couch near me instead of disappearing into her room. It felt like progress. Then came prom. Leia wanted a very specific dress. Emerald green, sequin backless, the full grown-up look. Nearly $400. Tanya couldn't afford it, but I had been saving and working overtime. I surprised Leia by telling her I'd pay for it. Her face lit up. For the first time, I thought maybe she really sees me. We went to pick it up together. Just the two of us. She even let me snap a selfie with her holding the dress bag. I sent it to Tanya. Look at our girl. She's gonna steal the show. Prom night arrived. I dressed up, shirt, slacks, cologne, the works, with my phone ready to capture every moment. Tanya was upstairs doing Leia's makeup, and I waited in the living room, keys in hand, ready to drive them to the venue. Then Tanya came downstairs, the strange look on her face. She sat beside me. "Babe, listen," she said. "Leia doesn't want you to come. She's worried you might embarrass her." Embarrass her? I blinked. What had I done? Tanya explained. "You tell too many jokes. She just wants pictures with me and her friends." I wasn't perfect, but I didn't expect that blow. After everything. Stepping up, saving for that dress, trying to be a good figure in their lives, I was apparently too embarrassing. I stood there, shoes polished, cologne on, while Tanya shrugged. "She's a teenager," she said. "Just try to fit in. You can take pictures at home later." But it wasn't about the pictures. It was that Tanya didn't defend me. She didn't say, "He helped raise you. He bought that dress. Show some respect." Nothing. She let her daughter decide I wasn't worthy of a moment I helped create. So I didn't go. I sat on the porch with a beer, still wearing that cologne, watching their car pull away like I was a stranger. That night, I made a decision. When they came home, Leia walked straight past me, glowing in her dress, laughing into her phone. Didn't even glance my way. Tanya tried to act normal. Wasn't she stunning? "Yeah," I said. "She looked great. But I'm done." Tanya blinked. Done with her and done with me? I wasn't bluffing. I told her to pack up and leave. I was done being the man who gave everything and got nothing but silence and disrespect in return. I wasn't raising a teenager who didn't see me, and I wasn't marrying someone who let that happen. They moved out 2 days later. Tanya begged me, saying I overreacted, that it was just prom, but she never said Leia was wrong. That told me all I needed to know. 6 months later, I'd moved on, focused on myself, my career, mental health, even therapy. I wasn't angry anymore, just done. Then I ran into a mutual friend of Tanya's, Carla. Awkward at first, then she said it. "You know Tanya's back with her baby daddy, right?" I just stared. "Yeah," she whispered. "They got back together a couple months ago. She moved in with him." I laughed. The man she used to complain about nonstop. The one who missed birthdays, never paid support, flaked on picking Leia up half the time. That's who she chose. I said nothing more than, they deserve each other. I gave my heart, my time, my wallet. All I wanted was to feel like I belonged. But in a house where respect was optional and loyalty one-sided, I'd never be enough. So yes, I saved for that prom dress. Stayed up late helping with homework. Cooked dinner. Drove carpool. Played stepdad like it was my calling. But when it mattered most, they made it clear I was nothing more than a placeholder. And I'll never play that role again. It took a while to process. You don't just cut off people you live with, laugh with, and cared for. Their presence lingered. The coffee mug in the cabinet. Leia's old textbook near the couch. I didn't throw it away immediately. I wasn't bitter. I was just exhausted. People always talk about men being emotionally unavailable, but no one asks what happens when a man is emotionally available and still gets burned. Friend said, "You dodged a bullet." Maybe they were right. At first, though, it felt like I lost a family I built with my own hands, like I was grieving people who were still alive. Then something unexpected happened. Weeks after finding out Tanya moved back with her ex, I got a Facebook message from Leia. Something she'd never done before. I stared at it for a long time. It simply said, "Hey, I know you probably hate me, but I'm sorry." Just that. Part of me wanted to ignore it. Another part, the part that remembered her looking at that green dress like it was made of dreams, typed back, "What changed?" She replied, "I guess I didn't realize how much you did until you weren't there. Things aren't great here. Mom's not happy. He's always gone. It's weird." I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to play therapist or become the shoulder she only leaned on now that I was no longer embarrassing. So I wrote, "I wish you the best, Leia. I really do. But you and your mom made your choice. I just hope next time you don't treat people who show up like they're disposable." She left me on read months ago, and I'm okay with that. The truth? Stepping up is often thankless. People love the idea of a stand-up guy until it's time to stand with him. Neither of them had my back. And honestly, that turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me. Losing them wasn't a tragedy. It was a reveal. I started dating again, slowly, carefully. I met someone recently, Danielle, who has a 5-year-old son. She was upfront, past boundaries, expectations. She said, "If you ever feel disrespected by me or my kid, I want to know. I've seen how hard it is to love someone else's child, and I won't take that lightly." That hit me hard. So we're taking it slow. No forced introductions. No rush family dynamics. Just honesty, respect, a real foundation. Sometimes I think about Tanya and Leia not with anger, but clarity. They were the lesson. Danielle and her son, maybe they'll be the blessing.